Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Caleb Williams Chicago Bears career mode, franchise mode here on Madden 25. In last episode, we managed to get Caleb Williams even more help on this team, both on defense and on offense, with some trades that I think have really catapulted this team from where we were last season, which was an unbelievable regular season team that flamed out in the postseason, to a team that is also unbelievable here in the regular season, but I don't think is going to flame out this year in the postseason. I think this could be the year we get Caleb Williams the championship that he deserves. If you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go get closer to the end of the year. I don't know if this is going to be the entire year in this video, but let's go get closer. We start here at week number 10, where we pick up from last episode, and it's against the team that knocked us out of the playoffs last year, the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. This is not going to be an easy game by any means. Then we have the Ravens in the next game, then the Lions. So we've got a little bit of a meat grinder of a schedule here towards the end of the year. But I think the team is good enough to win a championship, let alone beat these teams. So some new additions that we have to the squad. We have Terry McLaurin now on the roster. We made a move to get him in the last episode. We also made a move to get Peyton Wilson, who was just on the trade block for the Steelers. He wasn't being used, and now he's going to be used. We also made a trade for both Sexy Dexy, Dexter Lawrence, and Trey Hendrickson. So now this defensive line is very much elite. We made some pretty important, pretty impactful moves to get this team even better than what it already was, and it was already pretty good. And now we just have to go on the field and play our heads off against these teams. We've got the undefeated Eagles coming in. Remember, we only play the offense in these games, and we need to absolutely win this game if we want to consider ourselves Super Bowl contenders. We are jumping here on offense, first drive of the game offensively. Well, first drive of the game for either team, really. And we're starting with a handout to DeAndre Swift, and that is a great start against a tough Philadelphia defense. I'm glad we made a trade, or we made a big play like that to start off. But we need Caleb Williams to absolutely play his head off in today's episode, because we know how good Caleb can be. He just got to show it. He's got to show it on the field. And if we can take the Philadelphia Eagles to the woodshed here, that would be pretty elite. I might just lob this up to Terry. That's not going to end well, is it? Terry going up for it, cannot grab it. I got kind of rushed at the very end of that throw, and it kind of ended the potential of that play. I think I might have got bumped slightly when I was throwing it. Threw me off target a little bit. I'm trying to hit Cole Kmet here, and I can. First down. Good job, Cole. We know how tough this Philadelphia defense can be. We've played them multiple times in this series so far, including the playoffs when they bumped us out. So we know, that's got to be blocked, or at least broken tackle by DeAndre. We know how tough they can be. We just got to find a way to be a little bit tougher. If we can do that, we can be good. I am going to send Tyreek deep because it looks like he could be one-on-one. I don't think he's going to be the one. Oh, my God. That is... Oh, and I was in the pocket. I didn't realize how quickly they were going to pass rush me there. I mean, whoever that was got right through my offensive line. I thought I was going to have a little bit of time to scramble, but I did not. I don't know who 47 is. It looks almost like Matthew Judon. I don't know if it is, but whoever it is had an amazing pass rush there. And talk about amazing pass rush. The Eagles again with amazing pass rush. I was able to at least get a couple yards out of that, but I mean, talk about crazy, crazy pass rush. Philadelphia is going nuclear on pass rush right now. I'm going to have to send Tyreek deep. He might be my only option here. I don't even think he won, and I'm going to have to get it away earlier than I wanted to. Tyreek Hill down the field. It's knocked incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Man, I mean, that Philadelphia defensive line did not let me breathe whatsoever. That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. and the Eagles will score off of that. So now we're in a deficit when we really shouldn't have been. That should have been a scoring drive right there. We just crumbled at the end. I'm going to get that away. It's the rookie Luke Lachey. He fumbled it. I think he fumbled before he went to the ground. Luckily, we dive on it and pick it up. But the rookie pops it on the ground. That is not a promising sign. And he really wasn't even getting hit that hard. I guess whoever tackled him just got his hand in there and knocked that out. Not quite sure. But if we can keep doing stuff like this, where we just get the ball out of our hands very quickly and get like 6, 7, 8 yards a throw, that would be the ideal situation. This is actually going to be the end of the first quarter right here on this throw. Going to get that away. It's going to be caught barely by DJ Moore. I mean, DJ Moore's had an unbelievable series. He's had some crazy deep ball catches. He's just had some good catches in general. He's been such a good player for us. Maybe our best receiver. And that includes Tyreek Hill on the roster, which is just kind of crazy. Speaking of Tyreek Hill, we're going to send him deep, change his route. He should be fast enough to win. And I think he did, as long as I can get it off. And I just barely did, and it's going to be a touchdown, Bears. I just barely got that ball off before the defensive tackle got to me. But the Eagles go right down the field, almost unaffected by our defense, and score immediately as an answer to our touchdown. So we are in a little bit of trouble here, as that's going to go right past DeAndre Swift's head. I don't know how that didn't get caught. Sometimes the decisions that the AI makes is very strange in terms of not catching passes. That's going to be DJ Moore. Spin move? Got us a couple yards, maybe. Okay. All we need is one lucky defensive drive where the defense stops Philadelphia, and we could be golden. We really could be golden. Can I get that over the head? It's going to go right to Terry, and it's going to be a slot fade touchdown. That's exactly what we needed right there. That's a big touchdown. And the defense did exactly what I asked for. We got one lucky drive where we stopped Philadelphia from scoring. Now we have to capitalize. This is our opportunity. We cannot waste it. We cannot waste an opportunity like this where the Eagles don't score, because who knows how many times in this game they're not going to score. They might score the rest of the drives that they get. But as long as we can take the advantage, that won't matter. I'm going to get that away real quickly. That's Tyreek Hill. And if I can get a block, how did he not pull away from that DB? I don't know who that DB was, but he's... Oh, it's Keely Ringo. That's who it is. Keely Ringo with a crazy amount of catchback speed. And I'm going to have to throw this away, aren't I? Yep, that's an unfortunate penalty because nobody got open. I was not going to throw a pick. I guess I'd rather take the penalty than throwing a pick or, I guess, an incomplete pass, but most likely it would have been thrown intercepted because literally everybody was clamped. There was no separation from any of my Pro Bowl wide receivers that I have, my multiple Pro Bowl wide receivers. Roma Dunze drops that, and it looks like we're going to waste our opportunity, which is very unfortunate because I don't see a way that we get out of this. I do not see a way that we get out of this with a touchdown. Nope, I don't want to send Luke Lachey on that route. I want to send DJ Moore, because DJ Moore, out of everybody on our team, is the best deep ball receiver. I'm not going to have time to throw it. He wouldn't have caught it anyway. He had like triple coverage on him, so it doesn't really matter. But the fact that I couldn't even throw it is very annoying. Wait. What was that? Did we just get the ball back again? What's happening? What's happening here? I don't understand what's happening. Hold on. Let me back out. We have the ball. How did we get the ball again? Did Philadelphia immediately turn it over? I'm not quite sure what just happened. We're into half. Maybe Philadelphia immediately turned it over, or maybe they just ran out the time in the half. I don't know what happened, but we have the ball back again, and I was super confused about it. So some things got simulated there on accident, but it's mainly because I just didn't know what was going on. I thought that Philadelphia was going to drive down the field and score, and they didn't do that, and I was very confused. It took me aback because I thought that they were going to just ride down the field and score instantly. That's a Terry McLaurin catch. Good job. I feel like the smart thing to do would just be run this ball. But Philadelphia's defensive line is so lethal that it's hard to run the ball. They're so good. But if we can just take this time down, that would be the thing to do. But I mean, look at the pressure they're getting. I can get like 2 or 3 yards before they're just on me. The pressure that this defensive line gets is insane. I really hope that when it comes playoff time, we do not have to face this Eagle team. I hope they either get beat by somebody or they don't make the playoffs at all. But the fact that they're undefeated this late in the season means they're probably going to at least make the playoffs, because there's no way they lose every single game the rest of the season. But I hope that they get beat by somebody else, because I do not want to play this team in the playoffs 2 years in a row. But we got to drain this clock. We got to drain this clock, because Philadelphia will score. It's so difficult, man, to run this ball. It's so difficult. Dare I say it's impossible to run the football? It feels that way sometimes. Get out of the way, DeAndre. Thank you. I'm just going to have to scramble. There's no way that I'm going to throw that to Luke Lachey and it'd get like less yards than I would have got if I would have just ran it. So might as well get the guaranteed yards with Caleb on the ground. He's fast enough. He should be able to do it. And he did. Hand it out to DeAndre Swift, and he's going to get up to the 2. Okay, we've taken a lot of the third quarter away, which is very nice. Very, very nice. We're under a minute now. And if we can hand this off to DeAndre and get in, DeAndre's in. Okay, perfect. He just ran right over Jordan Davis and got in. Beautiful. We finally take the advantage in this game. We finally have the touchdown lead. But now we need the defense to give me one more defensive drive. Just give me one more beautiful defensive drive, and I'll be good. They didn't give me one more beautiful defensive drive. They've scored. Philadelphia's tied it. They didn't take that much time off the fourth quarter, did they? They took like 2 minutes off. So that's not ideal. But I guess the advantage is back in our favor. All we have to do is get down and score a field goal or kick a field goal, and we can win this game. That is a very viable option. I'd obviously love to score a touchdown, but the way that Philadelphia's defense is playing, I don't think we're going to be scoring a touchdown unless we get some crazy offensive drive. I mean, that dude came in unblocked. Like, he knew the play was going to be a run. Come on, you piece of trash. Get into your break a little bit sooner. My God. Come on, Tyreek. What are you doing to me? You got to give me a chance there. DJ Moore first down. That was a really risky play calling that 4th and 7. Going for it. Very risky. But, I mean, Tyreek's got to get a little quicker out of his break there. And the offensive line. I mean, this is the best offensive line in the league, and they're not playing like it. DeAndre, the great run there. Some really good blocking. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Okay, so does Philadelphia call their timeouts now? We're around midfield. I feel like they would call their timeouts here. It would make sense because they could realize that we are in really, really good position to score. They want me to pass? I mean, I kind of get it, but it feels like it's a bad idea to pass this close to possible field goal. Especially when DeAndre's getting blocks like that and getting runs, and they're not going to call a timeout. Interesting. So they're going to let me milk this clock? That's a very bad decision by Philadelphia. I'm content by winning by a field goal. Oh, I got stuck and then got hit by Nakobe Dean. I don't know how that happened. It was like a bang-bang type of play. I got stuck and then hit immediately. I thought I was going to break through that hole. All I really need to do is line it up for... Okay, now they call their timeouts. And that might have been a smart decision by Philadelphia. To save their timeouts until they need to stop for a first down. Now I'm in a position where I have to pass. So maybe Philadelphia knew what they were doing as I barely get that away. And we're going to be going up by a field goal with a minute to go. This is not how I wanted this to go. Philadelphia might actually have played that really smart. I guess they had to put a lot of faith in their defensive line to stop the run. But we do go up by a field goal with 54 seconds to go. And I don't know if we're going to be able to hold this. Oh, we do! Oh my God, we did! Philadelphia gives us the ball back, and we're going to win 24-21. Wow. They will use their final timeout, and we will win. That's crazy. We will win 24-21. They use their final timeout. The undefeated season for Philadelphia has come to an end by our hand. Oh my God. I did not think that. I thought they were going to go down and score. I thought that was almost a guarantee that they were going to go down and score that to win it by 4 or whatever it would have been. Crazy end of the game, but we hold on and win, and we've proven that we can at least win against teams of that caliber. So that's a big one. Nope, I don't want to go to the box score. That's a big win. But now for our win, we get to play the Baltimore Ravens next week. They're 6-3. They're not having as good of a season as I expected them to have. How are the Vikings doing? They're 6-4, so they're coming up. The Lions are also not doing very well. They're 4-5. So maybe our season's not as good, or our schedule's not as tough as I thought it was going to be. Big one against Baltimore here. At least it's another home game, so that's helpful. But it's still against the Baltimore Ravens, and they've still got Lamar Jackson. They're still dangerous. I think we should be able to win, but it's Madden. At the end of the day, you never know. Jumping in on offense here. First drive of the game for the Bears. At home against the Ravens, who are 6-3, not having as good of a year as they usually have in Sim. But they're still a dangerous team at the end of the day. They are still the Baltimore Ravens. They still got Lamar Jackson. They still got a ton of talent on this roster. And I would expect this to be a tough matchup if I can barely get that away. The slot fade, unfortunately, I didn't think was open there. You got to be risky when you're calling slot fades. You got to take chances sometimes. But I didn't think that was a chance to take. That was not open. Oh, somehow I bounced this out. Somehow DeAndre got a yards out of it. I thought I was going to get shut down for a loss, or at least a gain of nothing. But I somehow bounced off of my offensive lineman and popped it open for like 10 yards or 9.5 yards. And then get shut down immediately. Is that Matabuike? It is. Of course it is. Of course he's going to get right there, right when I need just inches. All I needed was inches. And he's going against Chris Lindstrom, who's probably our overall wise our best offensive lineman. And he couldn't get anything. We get the first down on 4th and 1. Very risky to go for it there. But we had to. Sometimes you got to get risky. We're going to fire that in. It's going to be Durham Smythe. If I would have known that was Durham Smythe, I would not have thrown it. But thankfully, Durham Smythe held on. He just has no speed. That's the only reason why I don't want to throw to him. When he catches the ball, it's like he starts back from scratch. He's got no momentum going forward. He loses all his speed. So that's the only reason why I don't like to throw it to him. It becomes a big 3rd and 4 here. Oh, how did he get through unblocked? That's crazy. Did you see that? He kind of just... Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're going to grab a field goal out of it. I did not think I was going to have to scramble that early. Should be able to drill the field goal. Barely, actually. I think that might have had more room than it looked. All right, so we get 3 points out of it. Defense does their job. Sometimes I'm flabbergasted by the way the defense plays. Or way the offensive line blocks. Tyreek Hill, he's got space. Tyreek, good job, Tyreek. I'll take that. That's a big money throw and a big money catch. I really wish it was easier to run. DeAndre, I mean, hold your blocks for half a second longer. We can have way more yards. It's a novel concept, I know. Just hold your blocks for like a half a second longer. We could be running for 25 yards instead of 5 yards. But no, the moment that I get next to you, you're going to instant shed off the block. That's totally fine. I'm not mad about it. Terry McLaurin, big catch. Did he step? Oh, I was trying to run no huddle, but he stepped out of bounds. And that becomes the end of the first quarter. Up 3-0, but we're driving with some momentum. Little Momo. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let's go with a run play here. Start the quarter off with a run. Get the clock moving. Do all that kind of good stuff. Handoff. DeAndre wrapped up immediately. Loss of 2. It's Trenton Simpson on the tackle. He is a freak, so it makes sense. Please get open here. I think he did. Just give me enough time. No, I just need enough time. I just needed another, like, not even a half a second. I just needed like a third of a second. I just needed a quarter of a second. Oh, that's unbelievable. I think I would have had it with Terry. If I just had a little bit of time. This one is a bomb. It's Tyreek touchdown. I was really worried the safety's going to play that, but luckily he just didn't cover it as soon as he needed to. That's a big catch. That's a big bomb by Tyreek, or by Caleb. And a big catch by Tyreek. Hand up the middle. It's DeAndre Swift. He lowers the shoulder, runs over a fool, and gets a big gain. That's the type of runs that I'm expecting from this offensive line. That's the type of hole to run through. Gotta run you over another guy, and he did. 2nd and 7. Not as many yards this time, but still. Solid run. Tyreek's going to go deep. I mean, last time he went deep, he scored. Is that safety going to track him? I don't think that safety's got him. If I can just get it over the head of the corner, but it's Nate Wiggins, so he's got a lot of speed too, but Tyreek is a veteran. You're not going to outclass a veteran of Tyreek Hill's caliber. That is for sure. Handoff, DeAndre. Great blocks by the wide receivers. I'll take that. That's a good yardage. Could have been a lot worse, that's for sure. Handoff, DeAndre. Great movement, DeAndre. Good job. Good job, DeAndre. Exactly what I needed. And we're going to keep running it down the throat of the Baltimore Ravens if they're going to let me. No, they're not. Okay, never mind. They're going to instantly shed and just murder me. That's what's going to happen. Okay, good to know. At least we know that now. When we still have chances to change this. Changed your mind. I was going to scramble with Caleb, but then I realized that I could throw that to Tyreek. Good throw from Caleb Williams. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to have enough ability to throw that on the run and be accurate. But he was, and now we've unlocked our X Factor, which I think is run and gun, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. Ramadunze. Big catch. We got to run a little bit of hurry up here because the clock is moving. So, dump that down to DeAndre Swift. He's going to be able to run away from Roquan Smith. That's huge. And I'm going to call my my second timeout. I guess I didn't realize that we already had 2. So I'm going to call my second timeout. I think Tyreek's route might take too long. I might not have enough time. Yeah, I don't have enough time. Can I fire that in? Terry, catch it? Terry with the dive and catch. I'm going to have to call a spike here. Because I don't really want to use a timeout, so call a spike. Switch this to the other side. 27 seconds. Still got that timeout. Where do we go with this football? Cole Kmet down the middle. Cole Kmet's wide open. Come and bring it in, Cole. No, I hate the fact that he is able to make a play on that. There's no way, man. Simply no way he should have been able to track the field like that and make a play. Cole should have had that. DJ Moore. No, what a tackle. What an unbelievable tackle. I was going to go out of bounds. I just needed to get the first down. That was a crazy reach on the tackle there. We still need a few more yards, to be fair. DeAndre, this might have killed me right here. I'm going to try to spike it. Nah, I knew it. I knew it, man. I was trying to spike it, but the accelerate clock just killed me. I needed to just get a couple more yards, and I didn't think it was going to work with the verticals. So I just needed to spike it. I needed a little check down, and it just wasn't going to. You know what? I might not even jump in here. I might just let the CPU handle this. 24-0 on Baltimore. Is this not the Baltimore team I expected? It's 27-0. 27-7 now, but my God. Baltimore gets blown out on the road in Chicago. No touchdowns and under 100 yards through the air for Lamar Jackson. Okay, maybe they're not as good as I thought they were going to be. At least not their offense. Their defense was pretty solid. At least when I was playing. That's crazy. That's a big shocker of a scoreline. I did not think the game was going to go that way. But we're 2-0 in the episode. We'll sim to the game against Detroit, who's also not having that good of a year. Neither are the Vikings. So we have some big games in the division, but not big games in terms of like the other team has a good record. So hopefully we don't have to play much of this game. Hopefully we can just blow them out and get out of there. First road game of the episode, and it happens to be in Ford Field for Thanksgiving Day. Bears and Lions. So the whole world is watching. Well, the whole United States is. I don't know if the whole world's watching. The whole United States is watching. And we got to put on a show. Got to show the world that Caleb Williams is the real deal Shaquille O'Neal. And prove to all the haters that he is the guy to win a Super Bowl this year. I mean, if you're making throws like that, a Super Bowl is just around the corner. They're going to review it. I think he got both feet in. It's going to be a miss. Oh, it's because the Lions challenge it. That's why. The Lions lose a timeout because of the missed challenge. I feel like he got both feet in, so that was a waste of a challenge right there. That's a little check down to DeAndre, which, again, just like in the game against the Eagles, the ball goes right past his face. I don't understand some of those throws. Like, they're right next to him. Why can't he catch it? Doesn't make much sense to me. I'm going to have to step up in the pocket here. I didn't have anything. Terry was locked up. He was my only option, or my only guy I was looking at. So once he got blocked and covered up, I knew I didn't have anything there. And what started out as a promising route, or a promising drive, ends up being a little bit bad for us. DJ, fight for it, DJ. Okay, that makes it a very manageable fourth down. I'm going to go for this. If he didn't get as many yards as he got, I probably would have just taken a field goal. But because he got to 4th and 1, makes it a little bit more enticing to go for this. And I think I can get it there to Tyreek. He holds on, catch, first down. Barely. I was running out of time. I was running out of time there. Absolutely needed it. And look at the blocking from DeAndre, or for DeAndre. Touchdown Bears. Big, big plays. The Lions score a touchdown, so they make it a tie game 7-7. All right, you going to be like that, Detroit? Are you going to be like that? Can I get that away? I barely did. Get it over the head. I hate Madden so much, man. The fact that, is that Rasul Douglas? Who is that? I don't know another Douglas. Whoever that is, except for Pop Douglas, but he's a receiver. Whoever that was has freaky ability to block or to swap passes away and stay in phase with the wide receiver there. That's unbelievable athleticism. Get open, please. He is going to get open. DJ Moore across the face of the offensive line. He turns up the field, gets a bunch of yards to the 41. And where do I go with this pass? I don't really know. I just have to see what's open, I guess. Maybe a little underneath stuff to DJ again. I'm not trying to hit DJ Moore as often as I am. He just happens to be open most of the time. I'm going to switch this to a run, try to catch him off guard a little bit. DeAndre gets a first down. He fought for a lot of those yards. He would have gotten maybe like a yard or two, but he fought for the rest of those. We'll go with the crossing route. This usually happens to be pretty good, and it's going to be tighter than I expected. It's dropped. I should have waited a half a beat more. If I would have waited just a little bit longer, that DB would have been out of range to be able to catch that or to affect it. But I threw it just a little bit early. DeAndre, the great run, gets up to the 20. Makes it a big 3rd and 1. I don't like running this right at Aiden Hutchinson, but this is what's going to have to happen. DeAndre, big play, DeAndre Swift. Great blocking from the offensive line. And we are driving down the football field. Handoff to Swift. He bounces it around. Aiden Hutchinson gets up to the 4. Come on, DeAndre. Just a couple more yards. Just a couple more yards is all you need, big dog. Handoff, bounce it, and he's in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown. We take our lead back. Defense, come on. There we go. Defense delivers fairly quickly as well. We get the ball back with 1:31. We gave the ball back with like 1:40 something to go, I think. A Dunze big catch. This clock's going to drain very quickly, so we got to be fast. We got to be real fast. A Dunze on the fade. I think he might have it this time. Oh, I got hit on the throw. A Dunze, come back to it. He's going to get incomplete. Why do I always get hit on the throws? Just let me have my throws, man. I'm not asking for a whole lot. I'm just asking for my throws. A Dunze, first down. I'm going to call my first time out there. Let me switch this to the other side. 6-8-6. See what's open. I don't like that DeAndre's running this route, but he might be open. Oh my God. The blitz was out of control right there. I didn't mean to call the exact same play, just flip to the other side. So we're going to have to find out if this works. Under 30 seconds now. I didn't want to use another timeout. And you know what? This is going to be and that's a flag. He tackled me clearly after I had gotten rid of it. I'm not a really big fan of that play. That play just doesn't always work, and I don't like it. I like plays that almost always work. I don't have anything here. I'm going to scramble with Caleb, and I barely even... Did I get a sack? No. Or I did get a sack. I thought for a second I got away from the sack opportunity, got a yard, but I didn't. And this is very risky here. If we don't get this, they're going to get an easy, at least a field goal. But it's going to work. Terry McLaurin up the field. We're going to run out of bounds, get a timeout. Free timeout. That's huge. Good job, Terry. Especially on 4th down. I mean, the risk of throwing that, crazy. Adunze's running it again. Why does Adunze keep running the slot? Is he in the slot? He might be. I'm going to take a sack because I tried to scramble. Hold on. We need to go to an instant replay here. We need to go to an instant replay. If I can pause. There we go. Look at this play. Look how much space is on this in this gap right here. This is the gap that I'm trying to run into. You're telling me that the moment that I start to scramble, both of these guys pull out their bag and break off their blocks and shut down this scramble. That's unbelievable. And by the way, Odunze's not open here. This is covered by the safety. Tyreek Hill's not open. That's covered by the other safety. So I didn't really have any other options. That is an unrealistic blocking attempt or a tackle attempt by the Detroit Lions there. It just doesn't happen. That should not have been a thing. Cole Kmet up the middle. He's going to get us really into field goal range there. Good job, Cole. And I'm going to let that go down to 2 seconds. Call our final timeout. Oh, that's a big one from Cole Kmet to get us into field goal range. Make it 17-7. That's a big. That is big. And the Detroit Lions will score a touchdown to start the second half. They will, unfortunately, make it 17-14 now. I was hoping that this game would start to get out of hand. Maybe we blow them out a little bit, but looks like this is going to still be a challenge. I'm going to have to scramble with Caleb here. Oh, I got a kind of a block. I was able to get a bounce before any damage was done. Oh, I didn't really want to have to be in a battle against the 4-win Detroit Lions, but this is where we are. This is the universe we live in right now. And how did I not get around that? God, some of the quote-unquote blocking in Madden just isn't a thing. How could I not get around that? I really wanted to hit Tyreek there, but it wasn't the smart decision. The smart decision was hit Rome Odunze here. He takes up the field, gets a bunch of yards. I really wanted to hit Tyreek on the deep route. It wasn't what I should have done, and I'm glad I didn't, because that was really enticing to try to throw that or to think about throwing that to Tyreek, because I think he had a slight step on the corner. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. It was hard to tell. He might have had a step on him. I ran into my guard again. I think I stopped running into my people, dude. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains on Thanksgiving Day against the Detroit Lions. And all we really need to do is survive. All we really need to do is survive. We have that 3-point lead. If we just score here, we'll take it back to a 10-point lead. I don't know what was happening. DeAndre Swift was getting pinned around like a pinball. They want me to kick a field goal, which is the very smart thing to do. But I want to go up by 10, not by 6. Just check that down to Terry. Sit down on it, Terry. Gets the first down. Bobby Wagner's in Detroit now. I just needed to get a first down there, and we got it. Hand out to DeAndre. They're ready for the run. Crazy amount of run stopping. Feels like they got 30 people on the field right now. I just got to check that down to DeAndre. I think that DJ Moore would have been open if I would have waited just a second longer, but I don't like waiting like that because before you know it, the defensive line and the pressure is going to get to you, and then it's going to be a bad throw or not even a throw. Dunze breaks the tackle. Roma Dunze into the end zone. I didn't think he was going to break that tackle. Roma Dunze into the end zone makes it a 10-point game, but the Lions immediately score and makes it back to a 3-point game. So all of our hard work goes away because our defense just doesn't know how to play, apparently. And now we're in a tough spot where we have to try to use all the Detroit timeouts and win this game on survival alone. The 2-minute warning. We need one first down, other than this one that we hopefully will get on this next play. We need one more first down after that, and that should be the ball game. That should be the ball game. So we get this one right here, and we do, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, that's the first timeout. So now, as long as we can get another first down, they shouldn't have enough time to stop us. The timeouts will be used. We should be able to win this game. But it's just a matter of getting that next first down, which is going to be very tough when you're getting 1 yard per carry. Oh, I need one good block. Just one good play with blocking. And there it is. That's what I needed. DeAndre gets it. That's the first down that ends it. That is the first down that ends this football game. DeAndre Swift got it. And I asked for the blocking and I got it. Thank you. I'm just going to go down here. Oh, I tried. I tried to slide. See, that's the problem with Madden, is you try to get these animations going, and then they suck you into other animations, which are very frustrating. So, we win the game 24-21. We are undefeated in the episode. We're surviving teams, man. We are. These games are way closer than I would like them to be, but we are surviving. As long as we can survive when it comes to the playoffs, we'll be good to go. We move to week 13 against the Minnesota Vikings, another division rival. At this point, we've pretty much... Oh, never mind. The Vikings are having a better simulation. I was going to say we've pretty much locked up the division, but, I mean, there's still a chance the Vikings can come back if they win the rest of their games. The Eagles have lost another game, by the way, so they're 9-2. We're 10-1. We got focus players, but I think this is going to be the final season of the series, so it doesn't really matter about the focus players. And we're not going to be picking in the first round anyway. Do we even have a first round pick? I don't remember. I think I might have traded it. Maybe I kept it. I honestly don't remember what I did with the first round picks. It's been a while. Staying. Who's gonna be here? Who's gonna be here? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Who's gonna be here? Who's gonna be here? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Let's scout TJ Parker. And let's scout... I'm familiar with most of these guys because of the rebuilds I've done. So, and this is the same roster or same draft class. So I am familiar with most of these players overalls, but some of them, not so much. Some of the guys I've never drafted, so might as well use this time to scout some of them. All right, but it won't matter because we probably won't even get to the draft. We're going to play the Vikings. Oh, we have the Vikings in the next 2 of the next 3 games, which is kind of crazy. This one's at home. We are 10-1. They're 7-5. We should be able to win this game pretty easily. We will start the game on offense against the Minnesota Vikings, division opponent. Gotta dominate. Gotta win. It's the only thing. The only thing that we can do is dominate and win this game. Stay undefeated in the episode. Then we got to play I think it was the Cleveland Browns next in the next game, and then Vikings again. So, should be fairly simple little stretch of games here. I don't know how the Browns are doing. I would assume not very good because they're the Browns at the end of the day. So I would assume that they're not doing very well. But you never know. I've seen crazy things in Madden simulation. Hand up DeAndre Swift. Oh, if this is going to be how it is in the entire game, then this could be a cruise of a game. We could be in and out in a minute. Please let it be a simple game. Please let me just dominate. I'm not asking for a lot. I just want to dominate a game every once in a while. Oh, I threw that. I should have waited a little bit longer. I should have waited just a little. I feel like he would have been more open if I would have waited a little bit longer, but whatever. Whatever. It becomes a 3rd and 4. And I think that's open for a touchdown. Cole Kmet holds on. Touchdown. Wow. Cole Kmet doesn't usually, at least nobody really holds on to those passes. Usually those are incomplete. But it is a catch. It is a touchdown. Vikings got a field goal out of it, out of their drive, so it's 7-3 now. I really wish he'd stop actually trying. That's a big catch. DJ Moore. Good throw from Caleb Williams. But, excuse me, hiccups. Hopefully that's not a problem. But that becomes a big 1st down. Hand off to DeAndre Swift, and he will get brought down immediately. Gain of 3. DeAndre, I think, is very close to 1,000 yards. If not already there, but I don't think he is. That should be wide open. It's Rome Odunze. Turn up the field, Rome. He's got enough speed to get away. Rome Odunze to the 3. All right, Rome. That's what I'm talking about, big dog. That's huge. Caleb Williams has activated his run and gun ability. Hand out to Swift. Run him over, DeAndre. How do you not run him over there? How do you simply not run that man over? All right, you call a pass play, then switch to a run to open up the offensive line. It didn't work. Somehow they managed to get a stop there. It becomes a 3rd and goal. We're going to call a run again because I do believe in DeAndre Swift. I keep getting sucked into that left side there. You saw that again. He like ran his shoulder into him. I didn't want to. I was trying to run a complete opposite direction. But it becomes a big touchdown. We've got running gun ability activated. Let's try it right there. Oh, it might have worked. Running gun might have just gone crazy right there. Terry McLaurin with a big bomb. Oh, the running gun might have just done some damage. That was pretty insane, actually. Handoff to DeAndre. Of course, the one guy I needed to get blocked didn't get blocked by the screen, and we get nothing on the screen. I hate screens in this video game. And in College Football 25 as well. That's Terry McLaurin. He had the catch earlier in the drive. He gets this catch. I'm actually going to use a timeout here because the accelerate clock's going to kill me. So, might as well use an extra timeout here. We might not need to do much more in this game. If we go up 21-3 against Minnesota, there might not be much else to do. I am going to use accelerate clock here because it's not going to kill me as bad, although it's pretty bad. Handoff, Swift, he's in. DeAndre's in, 21-3. I might not need to do much more. I mean, let me give a little bit to the CPU. It's a field goal, 24-3. Let me do it again here. 24-10. I mean, take it. Take control. 24-10 victory over Minnesota. Caleb Williams outplays J.J. McCarthy. And we will win another game. We will win another game. The boys be boying right now. Dominating on the field. Well, not dominating. We're winning games a little bit. Little by little. But hey, 11 wins this far in the season is pretty good. We moved to the Cleveland Browns, who are not having that bad of a year as I kind of expected them to have. They're 7-5. Nobody has clinched a playoff spot just yet. Not even us with 11 wins. So I guess they're saying that even if we lose the rest of our games, we wouldn't make the postseason, which is kind of crazy to think about. But we take on the Cleveland Browns in this game, and let's go and beat them because they're the Browns. We are in Cleveland to take on the Browns. Big Week 13 game. This shouldn't be, at least on paper, shouldn't be that difficult of a team to beat. They are the Cleveland Browns at the end of the day. They do still have Myles Garrett, who is going to be a problem. We know he's Myles Garrett. But we don't need to even worry about Myles Garrett. If we just chuck the ball down the field to Tyreek Hill every play, we don't need to worry about Mr. Garrett. And the Browns offense will get 3 points out of the deal. All right. So the defense lets the Browns get a field goal. This one I don't like because we're running right to Myles, but he's going to get blocked enough to where he didn't affect it, but it doesn't really matter because we didn't get many yards anyway. Can I just go deep ball every single time and it'll work? Is that a thing? No, it doesn't look like it because they're not going to press every single time, unfortunately. But the Rome Odunze deep ball might work this time. Oh, mom. I threw that to the sideline. Why? Oh, that was Terry McLaurin, actually, not Roma Dunze. Why did I throw that to the sideline? I wanted to be a touchdown on the play. It might have been, actually. There was enough separation between him and the safety where it could have been a touchdown. But unfortunately, I threw that too much to the sideline. So I had to, because I definitely wanted to catch it, obviously. So I had to secure catch it instead of run and catch, or run after the catch. Running gun has been activated, but it's gone now because I took a sack. Mike Hall Jr. with the sack. I unfortunately was not ready for him to be right in my face like that. I was trying to step in the pocket to find an open receiver. I wasn't even going to scramble. I was trying to step up in the pocket to find an open receiver. Couldn't really find one. Can I outrun Myles Garrett there? I think I can outrun everybody here. Caleb gets all those yards back. Big first down by Caleb Williams. Just barely enough speed. Barely enough speed. But he's able to deliver. Gets the first down. DeAndre cutting it around, trying to use some elusiveness, some change of direction, some fancy footwork. Gets it to the 16-yard line. Final play of the quarter if I can snap it. I should be able to. Snap. The roll. The throw. It's Terry. I wonder if I would have scrambled if I would have had more yards. I thought he was going to have more separation, especially after the catch. But if it almost felt like the DB caught up to him quicker when he caught it than rather than when he was just running with him. I don't know. Handoff Swift, turn it around. DeAndre gets a yard out of it. Getting a yard out of that play was for the best, I guess. This defensive line is very tough to run on. All defensive lines are tough to run on in all Madden difficulty. That becomes a 3rd and goal. We don't get a single yard on that. Oh, is this really gonna how it's gonna go? Is this really how it's gonna be? Fire that in. It's caught, held on to Terry McLaurin. Big catch. Offense does their job. Does not allow the Browns to score. It becomes a 14-3 opportunity. And I think Tyreek's got that. Maybe get it over the head, and it is. Is that Juan Thornhill? I can't tell. Oh no, it's Greg Newsome. That's who it is. Greg Newsome cannot catch Tyreek Hill. That's a big first down. It becomes a 21-9 game. And if I can score one more time, especially with running gun activated now, we might just get out of here. I'm going to scramble. Caleb slide down, gets the first, and a little bit extra. There's a little bit of a late hit there, but we're not going to acknowledge it because Madden doesn't care. That's one thing that Madden doesn't care about is quarterback health. What play call do I want here? Maybe a drive? Maybe I want to roll my windows down and cruise? I don't know. That's going to be a Dunze barely holding on to that. It was more of a contested throw than I really wanted it to be. Might as well send Tyreek again on the deep route. What's it going to hurt? There's the running gun. Just get it over the head, please. Dunze catches it. Touchdown Bears. Oh my God, Roma Dunze. I didn't even turn into him because I didn't think it was going to be caught. I thought it was going to be knocked incomplete or something. Dunze not only mosses the DB, but then breaks a tackle and gets in the end zone. Wow, I did not think that was going to be how that play went. It becomes 28-16 now. The Browns are actually starting to use their offense to their advantage here. I don't like it. They're actually starting to be a little competent. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Can I get that? Oh, what an arm angle from Caleb Williams. What an arm angle. That was a tough throw. And I just keep spamming the slot fade because it seems to be working. Boom! Oh, I bombed it too far. I was trying to use that running gun ability again, and I bombed it a little bit too far out of bounds. 13 seconds. How in the world do we get a touchdown out of this? I don't think we're going to be able to. Dunze up the field. We're going to call a timeout. 7 seconds. I mean, it's a little risky. Because if these guys take too long, it's going to run out of time. Just throw it away. Just throw it away. Just throw it away. Running out of time. Running out of time. Nobody got open, unfortunately. But we're not in field goal range, apparently. I guess we're not. I thought we were close enough to be in field goal range, or I wouldn't have thrown that away. Well, that's unfortunate. Now we got to try to bomb this ball somewhere. Cole Kmet, end zone. Cole, go up and get it, Cole, or at least get pass interference or something. All right, that didn't happen, unfortunately. It becomes a 28-16 game. I was hoping Cole Kmet would be able to bring that in. All right. Hopefully the defense... Okay, I was going to say, hopefully the defense stops the Browns from scoring, because it seemed like every single time they were on the field, they were going to score. Thankfully, not that time. Ooh, do not take a sack here. Do not take a sack here. I should not have called that play. I didn't like it. Who's over here? It's going to be DJ Moore. DJ Moore running the slot. Is that a good idea? I've seen worse. Dump that off. DeAndre. He got a few yards, too, to be exact. That works enough, I guess. And they're pressing on Tyreek. Tyreek's got his X Factor activated. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's almost activated. It'll be activated if he comes down with this catch. And he does! Tyreek Hill! Big catch. 330 and 4 touchdowns for Caleb Williams is kind of crazy right now. And now it is activated, which I think it's... Is it Yak him up or Rack him? I don't know what it is. It's one of those. Oh my God, Myles Garrett. Tyreek was super open right there, but Myles Garrett made my life really, really painful right there. And now Tyreek doesn't have his... How does he not have his X Factor activated? I have to throw it to him every single play, or it deactivates? What's that? What up with that? A Dunze with a big catch. This has been a very pass-heavy game. I haven't really ran the ball with DeAndre Swift, but I'm just trying to win a game here. Whatever wins the game is what I'm going to try to do. And I meant to scramble with Caleb Williams. I didn't want to scramble, but it looks like I'm going to have to. Slide down, Caleb. Could have just ran out of bounds, I guess. Made it a little bit less hard. But it works. It becomes a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Who's open? Who's open? Who's open? Who's open? Who's open? Adunze's open. Touchdown Bears. 35-16, hopefully. It is 35-16. I'm going to let the CPU handle the rest of this quarter because we have built a comfortable lead. We even, I was going to say we even got another touchdown, but we stop it right there. 35-16. We are dominating. 5 touchdowns, 379 yards. One of the best games of Caleb Williams' career. That was a massive game. Just lighten up the touchdowns. Browns could not handle it. Their secondary was not able to stop us. And now we play the Minnesota Vikings again, who we just beat 24-10 a couple of weeks ago. Week 15. This time it's at their place. We've clinched a playoffs. No, never mind. We've clinched the division, which I mean technically means we've clinched the playoff spot. But we have won the division with that win against the Browns. The Eagles have lost 4 games. They were undefeated when we started this episode. They were 8-0. They're now 9-4. That's actually insane. Maybe they're not as big of a threat as I thought that they were going to be. Let's take on the Vikings again, this time in Minnesota. We should be able to win it. We won earlier. We should be able to win this one. We're here on offense. First drive of the game for either team against Minnesota. And the one bad thing about playing at this field is the shadows can be a little bit difficult to see the ball and see the players. It's not too bad. It's not like unbearable. But it's just a little annoying to be able to try to see these receivers. I threw a pick right there. Yep. Wow. I completely just wasted that drive. That was an embarrassing throw. I should not have thrown that. It looked like he was so open, to be fair. Vikings obviously score off of that. I mean, that's not really my fault, man. He looked like he was unbelievably wide open across the middle. Can I float that over the top? I certainly can, and DJ Moore holds on. That's the first interception I've thrown today, which is pretty good. I mean, I throw a bunch of them. Harrison Smith is playing that really well, unfortunately. The slot fade was never there, and then Tyreek on the other side was never there, so those are my only two options on that throw. Kansas City's 10-3, so they're gonna give us a little bit of a run for our money, which is not surprising. It's Kansas City. Call the play before they're ready. That's an interception. Oh, it's not. It's going to be incomplete. Okay. I was not going to throw that, but then I realized I was not going to be able to outrun the guy that was blitzing, so I decided I had to throw it. But I was already across my body. It was not going to be a successful throw. Oh my god, he came out of nowhere. I was not even ready. Wow. He came out of nowhere. I was not prepared for the speed at which that defensive line or that lineman got to me. Was that who is that? Alex Anzalone? I don't even know who that is. Whoever it is, he got to me super quick. I was not prepared for the speed. DJ Moore, you're a jump ball god! But he can't bring that one in. We are struggling against the Minnesota Vikings here. We cannot complete any passes. Have I even completed a pass today? I think I have. We are struggling against Minnesota here. Thankfully, we've already clinched the division and a playoff spot, as Cole Kmet can't bring that. Give me a chance for a 50-50 ball. My God, EA Sports. I get it that you want it to be like 50-50, but it's more like 70-30. Not even, it's more like 95-5 when you get 50-50 balls. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Every time you go up for a catch, an aggressive catch, it's incomplete. I shouldn't even... Your game basically makes it so that you don't throw 50-50 balls or throw deep balls down the field on one-on-one coverage. That's basically what it is. Just don't throw them because they're not going to work, so why throw them? That's going to be a crazy catch. I don't know why I decided to throw that, but it works. Unfortunately, I feel like running the ball is kind of out the door right now. We're down 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. Although that's a really good run from DeAndre Swift. Can't be mad at that. Cannot be mad at that. First and 10. I'm going to roll out. Try to fire that into intercepted. You got to be kidding me. It's going to be one of those games, isn't it? It's going to be one of those games. I might just let the CPU handle it if it's going to be one of those games, man. You got to be kidding me. Oh, that is some straight up BS. The fact that he picked that off. We're going to lose 24-7. We lose our first game of the episode, our second game of the season. That is some straight up BS, and I didn't even want to be in there anymore. I did not want to be in there because I don't feel like getting ragey at Madden today. So we're just going to sim out of it, take our medicine, and go to week number 16. We might as well just finish up the season since we're already here. There's no reason stopping now. We might as well just finish up these last 3 games. We take on the Steelers in the next game. Let's go and do it. The Steelers have scored to start the game, so we are down 7-0 already. That is exactly what I like because, of course, that's going to happen. Just give me your hardest battles. I'm not the strongest warrior, but give me your hardest battles because that's just what happens. I'm going to scramble with Caleb Williams. There's a lot of room here and some good blocking. Caleb slide down. 20 yards on one play is not bad. Not too shabby. Shabby. Who's open? Literally nobody. I mean, Cole Kmet might have been, but I don't think I could have floated that ball over in the situation I was in. He might have been open. That's tough, though. It's tough to see. 2nd and 10. Fire that in. It's Terry McLaurin. He holds on, stays on his feet. Gets a couple yards. Good job, Terry. Snap it before they're ready. Fire that across the middle. It's Terry McLaurin again. Turn up the field. Terry score. Touchdown, Bears. We tie it. Terry McLaurin, huge. Bears defense does their job. We're able to get the football back with no touchdown for the offense of the Steelers. So let's go and take the lead. DeAndre Swift, great blocking, and DeAndre takes it up. I feel like I ran for 11 yards on the first play of the game against Minnesota, or for the first handoff against Minnesota. Kind of a little coinky dink. Who is going to... They're stacking up on Tyreek over there. They're prepared for the safety, or for the run. But I threw a pick. Wow, that was a god-awful throw. It's a pick six. I hate myself. Wow. 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 I'm even shocked at how bad of a throw that, or bad of a decision that was. That was a brutal decision. What was I even thinking? It's not often that I shock myself on stupid throw decisions. That was just tremendously bad. I mean, my God. What was I doing? Why would I throw that? I realized that I was probably going to get sacked there, but that, I mean, that makes no sense to throw that. And of course, Terry McLaurin drops it. I mean, just give me a little bit of a breather there. Can I please, please for once have a 50-50 ball actually work? That's a crazy throw. My God. That's an unbelievable throw from Caleb Williams. That was like 70 yards down through the air. That was crazy. Oh, TJ Watt is a menace. TJ Watt is a menace. He's like Spider-Man. He is a menace, bro. There's not much I can do about it. Throw that quickly to Tyreek before they're ready. He gets the first down. 130 yards, 2 touchdowns for Caleb today. We're not going to talk about the interception. The interception never happened, although I think it is his 10th interception of the season, which, to be fair, for me, this late into the year, when I'm playing as the quarterback, is that's pretty impressive that I've only thrown 10 interceptions through almost a full season of gameplay. And it's not like I've been neglecting the throw. No, I've got over like 3,000 yards with Caleb Williams. I've been heaving. I've been chucking and heaving. And I've only thrown 10 picks. So that's one of my better numbers. I mean, go look at some of those early Tampa Bay Buccaneers seasons. I was throwing multiple double-digit interceptions in games. So maybe I'm getting a little better. I don't know. Possibly. Or maybe I'm just not as stupid as I used to be. Although, you can't really say that when I have in this game and thrown one of the dumbest picks I've ever thrown in my entire life. That was embarrassing. I'm legitimately embarrassed that you had to see that. Because that was a rough one. That was a rough one. Can we pound this in with DeAndre? Is it going to be possible? Oh, it is possible. We just didn't get there. We'll try it one more time. Come on, DeAndre. I know you can get in. I know you can do it. And he is in. Wow. It's like a suction cup when you're trying to run past like the defensive lineman, like a D tackle or something. I'll try my very best to get as far to the opposite side of one of the D tackles, but it's like a suction. It sucks you in to make you get tackled immediately instead of getting outside, getting some space, some separation. Oh, I didn't realize that the clock was running. I thought I got out of bounds, technically. Oops, that's my bad. I didn't realize that we were in position to have to go quickly there. I do realize that Jalen Milroe is the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's kind of cool. Going up against a young buck, young rookie. We were the young rookie last season. Nothing. TJ Watt with an unbelievably late hit. I mean, show some decency there, TJ. My God. I didn't realize we were in the Sean Payton headhunting days. What's going on here? Terry McLaurin deep ball down the field. Does he have enough speed to outrun him? I think he might, just barely has enough speed to get away. We take a 2-touchdown lead. Of course, the Steelers drive down the field and score when they need to. Because I can't just have nice things, can I? Is this going to work? Are they going to pay attention to that? Oh, they were ready for it. Oh, I see circles wide open. I couldn't hit him. I did. I saw him. Oh, that's stupid. I did not see him until it was too late, though. That's very annoying. Because he was super open. He probably would have got 25 extra yards after the catch. That's how wide open he was. That's very, very frustrating that I didn't see him until it was too late. But I see him now. DJ Moore, big catch, first down. That's a big 3rd and 8 conversion right there. And we're gonna have to call maybe a little bunch shot. This is just an extended version of the cross. The routes are just longer. And it should give me a Tyreek Hill catch. Oh my god! Tyreek Hill catches it. That was such a floated pass. But Tyreek's got enough speed to get there. He catches it. Big first down. Handoff to DeAndre. He's got a lot of room. DeAndre. It's a big carry. Gets us a lot of yards. We're draining the 3rd quarter. Handoff, Swift. He's wide open. End zone. Touchdown, Bears. The defense does not... Oh, instant score from us. And another instant defensive stop. We get the ball and we score. We win 42-28. 3 touchdowns, 296 through the air for Caleb Williams. And we are able to stop the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big win for us. Big, big win for us. And Caleb Williams gets an upgrade point. Good for him. He's been playing pretty well this year. Oh, nice way to bounce back after the unfortunate loss to the Vikings. But now we only have 2 more games left in the season against Detroit and against Cincinnati. We've already beaten Detroit. The Eagles have clinched their playoff spot at 11-4. We're 13-2, trying to win the number 1 seed, trying to earn the number 1 seed. DeAndre Swift 2nd right now in yards. Najee Harris is having a killer year, by the way. We're not having that bad of a year through the air, though. Caleb Williams doing pretty well. But we got 2 more games left to go. First up is against Detroit. We already played them. We already won against them. That was on Thanksgiving. Now it's time to come to Soldier Field and beat them for a 2nd time. We will have the ball for the first time on offense. Lions had it to start the game. They didn't do anything with it. So we now have it with a chance to do something with it. Not in the first play. Lions defensive line gets to me. Shocker, I know. But if they want to play a little tight coverage, I'm not going to be opposed to it. I've got speed on the outside there, but Tyreek, I think, got pushed out of bounds. Oh, no. Tyreek's route got entirely ruined because I'm pretty sure he got pushed out of bounds and then he stopped going deep, and then that was the only guy I was looking at, to be fair. So that might be on me. Maybe I got to get a little bit more creative on who I'm looking at. Oh my god, speak of the devil. Tyreek Hill down the field, one-on-one with the safety. Run away from him, Tyreek. Huge touchdown. That was not even the plan. I was not expecting to throw that ball down the field to Tyreek at all. But I did. And it works to perfection. Absolute, utter perfection. And we get the ball back immediately. DeAndre Swift. Decent carry, 7 yards. Not too mad at that. I wonder if the last game of the season's at Cincinnati or if it's it's here. I'm not sure. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Wow. Whoever number 94 is absolutely destroyed that run. He got there super quick. We can't really stall out here. We got in a great position with the defense giving us the ball. We have to actually capitalize and score here. We got to do the dang thing, score a tutty. Although that is unbelievable pressure. Unblocked into the backfield, as you would expect. I'm not shocked by it, but I'm annoyed by it, that's for sure. Fire that in. That ball was unfortunately behind him. And I'm not really sure why it was behind him, but it was. And we're going to go for this because we're trying to put the foot on the throat of the Detroit Lions early in this game. And you know what? Aiden Hutchinson said, you know what? You can screw yourself. Okay. I'm okay with that because now it's tied 7-7. Yeah, I'm totally fine with the way that drive ended. I'm not mad whatsoever. I'm not angry. I'm not frustrated. I don't want to throw myself through a 7-story window. No, I'm totally fine. Oh, great blocks. Great blocks in Cole Kmet. The fact that that's going to turn into a touchdown is insane. That had no business being a touchdown. But it was great blocks from the receivers down the field. And now it's 14-14. Are the Detroit Lions really going to give me this type of crap right now? Are they really going to be the team that competes with us out of all the teams? Why would Triangle, out of everybody on the field in that area, why would Triangle be the one who got the playmaker? That makes no sense. Why would they be the ones who get the playmaker there? More great blocking down the field. Caleb Williams gets a huge gain of 23. And we are now under 30 seconds to go in the half. We gotta move. I didn't realize we didn't have as much time as I thought. Try to put that in there. That's unreal. Actually, legitimately unreal. Fake news. Should never have been legitimately happening. That's crazy, bro. I don't think I can fit this in anywhere. I'm just going to have to scramble with Caleb. Got the first down and out of bounds. I don't like any of this. I'll send DJ Moore deep just in case. But I can float that over. That's going to be a Dunze, big catch, and we might just have to wait for the field goal. We'll call the timeout. I didn't realize how little time we had, or I guess I thought we'd be quicker. But we can still drill a field goal, and I think we get the ball start the second half, so it'll all work out in the end. Oh, nope, never mind. We didn't get the ball. But we didn't do anything with it, or the Lions didn't do anything with it, so now we get the ball. It'll all work out in the end. We're going to scramble with Caleb. Get the first down slide. Run some hurry up. Because that'll put him in a bad spot. They're going to press up, which helps me. Bring a little bit of a blitz. That's a bad throw. It's going to be incomplete. Thank God. That's for the best. Because if that would have been thrown, it probably would have been picked. Probably. Can't say it would have been guaranteed, but probably would have been picked. Got to get that ball away to Tyreek. He's down the field. He absolutely torches everybody. It's a 10-point ball game. All right. That's what we needed. Oh, we didn't get the extra point? Or maybe we went for 2? I don't know what happened. But now instead of being a 3-point game, it's a 2-point game. Okay, I hate it here. Why are the Detroit Lions the team that's giving us so much stress? Look at DJ Moore bobbing and weaving. DJ Moore with a little bob and weave. Makes it to the 41-yard line. Let's see what we can do here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. 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 It's a strip sack. It's a fumble. Oh, mama. I had nowhere to go, and I did not have enough time to throw that football away. I did not have enough time to throw that football away whatsoever. Aiden Hutchinson is eating my lunch, and he's not apologizing. He's not saying sorry for eating my lunch. He's eating it. He's chomping, and I got no chance. I'm not even quite sure how to stop him. It's a 3rd and 18. We're going to have to bomb somebody. I don't know who's going to get the bomb, but somebody's going to have to bomb. And I'm not even going to get the ball off. Give me just a half a second of time, please. I'm not asking for a lot. I really am not. I'm asking for you to do your frickin' job. My God. Just block somebody for a half a second longer than you would. Just give me a little bit of time. I don't think that pass would have been completed, but I mean, I didn't even get the opportunity to find out because nobody wants to block. Ever. Doesn't matter who we're playing against. Doesn't matter what team it is. Doesn't matter who the players are. Nobody ever wants to block. It's a quick 3rd and 4. Maybe hit a dagger play. Somebody's going to get open, hopefully. I'm just trying to survive at this point. Just trying to win the game. I don't care if it's 23-21, as long as we win it at the end of the day. I would prefer another touchdown here, which I'm going to try to do, but if it ends up being 23-21, I'm okay with that, as long as we have the 23, which we do. I'm actually going to try to scramble here. Throw me a block! Ugh! I didn't have an angle there. I should have playmakered him, see if he would throw a block sooner. That's okay. We got a couple yards out of it. It's fine. Handoff. Throw blocks. DeAndre first down. Big. Big, 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 big. Maybe a stretch play. Stretch plays suck, usually. And they usually never work. This one is on me. That one didn't work because I ran into the defensive lineman, not because it just got blown up. But that's okay. Those things happen. Cole Kmet catches that, 3rd and 6. I don't really want a field goal here. I think a field goal is bad in this situation because that only makes a 5-point game, which means they can win with a touchdown. I got to scramble with Caleb. It's wide open. It's free. Caleb Williams rolled at the 1. You're not going to give him the touchdown there, man? You're really not going to give him the touchdown there. That's crazy. All right, well, we're going to try to hand this off to DeAndre Swift. It's going to be pretty tough to get through this defensive line, but I think DeAndre can do it, and he does. Touchdown, Bears will go up 30-21. Lions will score, but not get the 2-point. I'm assuming they went for 2 and didn't get it. Or maybe they did get it. I don't know. I forget what was the score. Oh, no, it was 21, so they did get the 2-point. And then they're out of time now because it's 6 seconds left. Okay. 30-28. I don't care. Let's win. Let's win the game. Give us our 14th win of the year. This will be the final play regardless of timeouts because there's only 2 seconds left. So somehow, some way, we're going to survive this game. It looked like we were going to lose, that's for sure. We win 30-28. We get our 14th win of the year. Caleb had a pretty good day, but Jared Goff had a little bit of a better day. But that's a big win. And we will go to the final game of the regular season against the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know if it's at home or if it's away, but it's going to be a tough game regardless of where it's at because it's the Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins are all going to be very good. And they are 5-11. Maybe it's not going to be a tough game. A 5-11 Cincinnati Bengals team is not what I expected. Caleb gets another upgrade point. He's up to a true 93 overall. He's really developing. He is really developing. We have clinched the #1 seed, so regardless of what happens in today's game, or in this game, we will have the #1 seed no matter what. That's big. That relieves a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, but I still want to win this game and win 15 games in the regular season, so let's go and do that. Cincinnati started with the football and scored on their first drive. That's not good. Which means we're going to have to score on our first drive, and Caleb Williams already scrambling, gets 7 yards. Maybe we go with a crosser, but the other way. This could work. This has some potential. It's got some popo. Let's see what happens. I think Tyreek's wide open. Tyreek Hill catches up the field. Tyreek Hill. Huge play. Huge, 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 huge play. Absolutely needed that one. That's wide open. DeAndre. I don't usually throw that route on the slant, but I felt like it was really open. And I mean, it got us 7 yards. That's good. Take that. There's the snap. Somebody get open, please. Luke Lachey, out of reach. 3rd and 3. I don't understand how they decide which balls are going to be out of reach, because I didn't really pull the analog stick that far. Or even, I don't even think I pulled it at all. for it to be like a bad angle and like that. Like I didn't pull the analog stick at all on that play either, and yet both passes are out of reach of the receivers. I'm not sure how they decide which balls are going to be. Maybe it's just random. I don't know, but I wish that it wasn't. I wish it was. They were both caught. Luckily, Adunze catches that. Oh, I thought he stayed up his feet. Adunze catches that first down. We needed that absolutely because it was fourth down. And we got to try to score here. If I could scramble, broken tackle, Caleb Williams. I thought for sure I was taking a sack. I really did. I thought my fate was sealed. I was going to take a sack there. That's big. Hand out to, oh my God. 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 You got to be joking me. You got to be joking me off right now. I mean, come on. How am I supposed to run the ball with that kind of pressure in my face? And that is going to be incomplete. I thought Tyreek was wide open on that. Was he not wide open on that? Some of the stuff, man. Some of the stuff in this video game is not very good if you didn't know. If you didn't know, this game is not well designed. And that is going to be a touchdown. It's DJ Moore. Big touchdown. Needed that. Bengals score a touchdown immediately. Oh my God, this is going to be one of those games, isn't it? It's going to be one of those freaking games, I can just tell. Bengals are going to be unbelievably good on offense. Our defense is going to be non-existent, and our offensive line is going to not know how to block. It's one of those games, ladies and gentlemen. We might not be getting ourselves 15 wins. We might just have to realize that right now. It's not over just yet, but we might not be getting ourselves 15 wins. That's a crazy accurate throw. DJ Moore down the field. That was a really good anticipation throw from Caleb Williams. I don't even know what I want to call. I don't even know what I want to call. Final play before the 2-minute warning. I'm just going to check this down. Oh, Luke Lachey, I didn't want you to attack the ball there, but you did. You could have had a first down, and yet you lost a couple yards on that. Adunze's running the slant. I don't think it's going to be as effective. Maybe it is. Where's that safety? No, the safety's not, or the safety's covering. They had two guys covering, actually. Why do they always have to cover the fade? Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Underneath, it's Adunze. That route is almost always open. That route is almost a guaranteed open route. That's a risky throw, but Kmet catches it. I didn't realize that Jermaine Pratt was going to stay in the middle of the field there and cover everything. But he did. Step in the pocket, fire to Terry McLaurin. Terry gets a first down. All right, we are driving. I'm actually going to call a first time out here. I don't want to run out of time while I'm being stupid. We need a touchdown. Got to get it with Caleb. Uh-oh. Where do I go? Nowhere. Throw it away. Ah! Yeah, that happened. That certainly is a thing that happened. I was trying to. It was going to be a scramble, and then the way that the defense like attacked the line, I didn't think I had anything. This guy is not faster than me. Who is that? Big number 90. I don't know who that is. Whoever it is should not have been able to catch up with Caleb Williams and keep him from scrambling there. Dunze gets those yards back. They actually called a time. I was going to call one. They called one because it's a 4th and goal at the 2. I mean, we either score this or we turn it over with 27 seconds left. I'm going to give it to Cole Kmet. He's going to hold on. Touchdown. We tied it. Tied it. Had to. Had to tie it right there. Thankfully, we did. And now it is a tough drive here. Starting the second half. It's a cold day in Cincinnati. Final game of the regular season. Regardless of what happens in this game, we will have a bye in the wild card, which is huge considering our exit in the playoffs last season. but we'll have time to get rested up. We'll have time to get everybody ready to go. And we will hopefully cruise to a Super Bowl championship with K-Dog. Or K-Dog, C-Dog. He should not have the speed. It's not physically, humanly possible to have that kind of speed. All of a sudden, just burst. Can I get that over the head? I can. Tyreek Hill touchdown. I love bombing it to Tyreek Hill. It's my favorite pastime. Oh my God. The defense has forgotten how to play football. Cincinnati is doing whatever they want. They are driving down the field and scoring every single time they touch the ball. That is not how you're supposed to play defense, if you didn't know. If you didn't know, it's not how you're supposed to play defense. You're supposed to stop the opposing offense. I think I can float that in there. I can. Terry McLaurin, big catch. That's probably going to take us to the end of the third quarter, and it does. We will go to the fourth quarter tied at 21. I really hope that when we score, then the defense doesn't allow the Bengals to score. It makes it a lot easier for me. Oh, we've got our X Factor activated. That's huge. Because I might need it. Oh, I got it away. Luke Lachey with the catch. That was a wobbler, but it works. That was a wobbler that worked. 1st and 10 from the 11. Fire that in there. It's going to be a DJ Moore touchdown catch. Okay, defense. Now's your time, and defense does their job. They give us the football back right here. DJ Moore's got his X Factor activated, but it's only max security, so it's not anything crazy. We're going to hit it with him, though. And DJ Moore's got a lot of room. DJ Moore makes something out of nothing right there. 5 catches, 96 yards. Okay, DJ, I see you out here, big dog. Big doggy dog. I'm going to send him deep. I'm probably not going to throw it to him, but I'm going to send him deep anyway. I'm going to fire that into Terry McLaurin. Terry gets it up the field to the 48-yard line. We probably should start running the ball so we don't risk an interception or something bad happening. I guess we could risk a fumble. That's also a possibility, but at least we guarantee the clock's going to keep moving. And that is something that we need to happen. We need the clock to keep moving so that the Bengals have no time to respond. They're going to start using their timeouts once this gets under 2 minutes, which might happen after this play. It's a 2nd and 6. Got to hand this off to DeAndre. I got stuck. I was trying to get close enough to draw them in and then bounce it around the outside of the lineman to create that space, but I got stuck. It didn't work as well as I wanted it to, obviously. And it's the 2-minute warning. Okay. 2-minute warning. They're going to start using their timeouts, regardless of if we get the first down or not. But I'd really like a first down here. Fire that quickly. It's Luke Lachey. The rookie gets the first down. That's a big catch. It's a big catch. We just need one more first down. We should be able to win this game. One more first down. We should be able to win it. Hand off to DeAndre. He almost got it right there. Come on, DeAndre. I know you can get us a first down here. I know you can. Hand off. Swift. 3rd and 3. Final timeout used by the Bengals. I just need a first down, DeAndre. Just a couple of yards. Just a couple of yards is all I'm asking for. DeAndre Swift fights for it, gets 4th and inches. What do we do here? Do we take the 3 points, make it a 10-point game? I think we might. I know this is probably not the right idea, but we take the 3 points. It's a 10-point game. They have no timeouts. They almost scored, but it becomes a 31-21 win. Bears have 15 wins in the regular season, and Caleb Williams outplayed Joe Burrow. I mean, that's plain and simple right there. That's crazy. What a season for the boys. Absolute insanity. 15 wins? Are you serious? 15 wins is crazy. We are riding high as the number 1 seed in the playoffs. We will take a look at stats to wrap up the video. But what a season from Caleb Williams and the Bears. And we will take on the Seattle Seahawks in the first round, our first round, in the divisional round of the playoffs. Caleb Williams now up to a 94, a true 94 overall. Let's take a quick look at the playoff bracket. So it'll be the Texans and the Ravens, the Chiefs and the Bills, the Bears and the Seahawks, and the Bucks and the 49ers. So the Eagles got beat by Seattle Seahawks, which is huge for us. So we don't have to play them at all in this playoff run. Let's take one final look at the stats of the regular season and then wrap up this video. So Caleb Williams ends up with 4,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. I mean, that's an unbelievable stat line from me as the user, because you can't say that I didn't throw the ball a lot. I threw it for 4,100 yards with 36 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. That is one of my best touchdown to interception ratios I've ever had. Rushing numbers, 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns for DeAndre Swift. It's not even like we neglected the run. DeAndre still got 1,200 yards. Two 1,000-yard receivers, Tyreek Hill and Terry McLaurin. And then DJ Moore got very close. 10 touchdowns for Tyreek, 8 for Terry, and 7 for DJ Moore. 6 for Rome Odunze, 6 for Cole Kmet. Spreading the wealth pretty well. And then defensively, Tremaine Edmonds had 100 tackles. 66 for Tyreek Stevenson. Tackle for loss was Montez Sweat with 14. Dexter Lawrence 12. 10 tackles for loss for Hendrickson. Sack leader was Sexy Dexy with 11. 6 for Hendrickson. 5.5 for Montez Sweat. And then not a lot of interceptions, but I don't think the Bears defense playbook gets a lot of interceptions. And that'll be the video. Next episode might be the series finale. Hopefully, it ends with a championship for the Chicago Bears. Bring one back to the city of Chicago and bring one to Caleb Williams and assert himself as a GOAT quarterback. But that's going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much. Stop by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.